Hey there! Today we are working on a DIY farmhouse shabby home sign. Welcome to my channel. My name is Linda. If this is your first time here, I post all sorts of DIY and craft related videos, so you might want to go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on a future video from me. Today we are focusing on using mainly product from Reneabouquets.com, so let's get started. I'm starting with this home decor sign I got from Goodwill, and I've combined this wicker white folk art paint with this magnolia white Delta paint, mixed them together so I get kind of a creamy white and not such a blaring white. And I'm going to be painting 2 coats on the roof as well as along the sides where the wood is exposed, and then I also will be painting around the perimeter on the top, as you see here, in case a little bit of the paper shows. I will be covering it with a different paper, scrapbook paper I got from Hobby Lobby, although it's kind of hard to cover the quote, but I like it. But like I said, so in case any edges show, I'm doing that little bit of painting around the perimeter. And I'm also painting 2 coats on this wood home word that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then, of course, since I've painted everything, I want to distress it. So I'm using my 80 grit sandpaper on this sanding block to distress all of the exposed wood area. This is the scrapbook paper I got from Hobby Lobby. You can get those in the open area, you know, 4 sheets for $1. I had to combine 2 of them because this house is really big. I've sewed around the perimeter with my sewing machine off camera, as well as sewed around these cute little tags. These tags are from an ephemera tag pack, say that 3 times fast, from a Tim Holtz product, and I'll show you that package later that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I've taken the open end of my scissor blades here, as I usually do, and adding more kind of distressing by scraping it along the edges of the paper and both tags. And then using my trusty Beacon Fabri-Tac glue today to adhere all the elements. So adding it to the back of the paper. Yep, I spared you from gluing that whole thing. And then adding that to the front of our house. Now I mixed up that paint earlier with a little bit of water to make it nice and runny, and then I'm dipping the bristles of my paintbrush into it and then tapping the paintbrush to add little splatters to the back of or to the front of the paper, which will be the back of our little house here, of course, if that sounds sounds right. And I'm going to be using some stenciling with this Prima paper texture paste, but you can use light modeling paste that I showed you there by Golden. You can find that at like Hobby Lobby or Joann's, and any stencil you want that you can find in those craft stores. This is kind of a script stencil, and you just take this little palette knife, you dip it into like your modeling paste, and then, you know, scrape it along the front of the stencil to get your design down below. And then I'm, of course, drying it with my heat tool so I can go a little quicker to start gluing down my elements. And this is what it looks like. This is a metal ring I got from this kit, this little house kit, actually, from Tuesday Morning Store. And this is my last one. It was gold, and I spray painted it white. So just kind of gluing that down. And then I'm bringing in some elements from Reneabouquets. These are printed beautiful board laser cut chipboard. They are called Romance and Roses tuck-ins. And these are a set of 3 chain link frames. All the beautiful board laser cut chipboard are about the thickness of a nickel. And I'll be showing you the product from Reneabouquets as we go along. This is another product I'll be using. These are a set of 2 Sweetheart ATC tag sets. They come with 2 tags and 2 little hearts. Beautiful quality, really thick, sturdy chipboard pieces from Reneabouquets. So these are the tags like I showed you earlier. Here's what I got, and that was from Hobby Lobby. And so right now I'm just kind of laying down my pieces. Because the Reneabouquets beautiful board laser cut chipboard is so thick, when I layer stuff on top of it, I have to use cardboard to kind of make my pieces that I'm laying on top level with the bottom of the piece down below, if that makes any sense. So I'm just kind of laying things down right now and seeing where I need to cut cardboard and stuff to help level things up, and then I'll start gluing here in a moment. This is just some string that came with those ephemera tags, so I'm cutting a couple of pieces here. Well, cutting one now and one later, adding it to the tag. because I wanted that, I don't often add strings to my tag, but I wanted that little bit of texture. So now we'll start gluing down the pieces. Again, this is Beautiful Board Laser Cut Chipboard Printed Romance and Roses. You get a set of 4 in each set that you get. And then I'm gluing down this little metal frame. This is from my supply. And then we'll get this tag glued down. And I will, of course, let you know what things are from Reneabouquets and what things are from my supply. I think later on off camera, all the stuff I'm gluing down here now is a little bit lower, so I kind of move it up. So you might see that a little bit later. You'll kind of see everything moved up just a little bit. It's not in the same position. And I'm gluing down the string so it stays in place. And I'm using an actual wood slice here. I thought it would be cute. It kind of brings in that rustic of the piece that I wanted. What I wanted with this project is I kind of wanted a little bit of a touch of a birdhouse essence, but still kind of capture the heart and memory of a home. So you're going to see some rustic pieces come into play here, you know, because birdhouse uses the outdoor elements of wood and things like that. So that's why I'm bringing in the wood slice. I'll bring in some actual sticks from my backyard, some moss from my backyard, that kind of stuff, just to, you know, kind of add that little touch, like I said. This is a wood heart. These came from a package of wood hearts that I got at like Valentine's Day from Dollar Tree. And I'm laying down this chain link frame so that it kind of frames the saying on the tag right behind it, which says inspected and approved. See, it's kind of laying there, so it kind of circles the writing there. Just a little, you know, something for you. And this is a Reneabouquets silver pocket watch cabochon. I love these. I pretty much use on almost every project. Again, I had to put a piece of cardboard there to level it up. And I'm adding this little metal clock face. These are from Prima Marketing, old release, but I still have some, but I don't even know if you can find them anymore. And then I forgot to wrap some twine on this, so I'm kind of sliding it underneath the wood slice. I wanted to bring the twine in again to add a little bit of a rustic. So if you try this project, you might want to put the twine on first before you glue down the the wood slice. But I'm wrapping it around 3 times, and then I'm going to leave just a little bit on the right edge, kind of knot it up here, and so that it hangs down. It was easy to do because I had, you know, a little room under that wood slice, but using some more of these, oh my gosh, lost my train of thought. These wood hearts from Dollar Tree, and I'm kind of gluing them onto the twine here so that they kind of hang and kind of be just this cute little, you know, swinging element off to the side. Although I do think later that I actually go in and just kind of tack it down a little bit so that the hearts stay in place and that the twine that's glued onto the back, you know, stays unseen. But like I said, I was lucky I had space under that wood slice to kind of slide the stuff through. So more Reneabouquets. These are a set of 6 decorative clock hands. I showed you the extra large size, but I'm using a medium size, gluing that onto the front of the clock face. And these are wings that I made from a wing mold and some paper clay. And the paper clay and the wing mold were just from my own supply. And I'm gluing them on. This again brings in the essence of the birdhouse. Kind of gluing them on top of the twine there. Making sure my hearts are going to lay where I want them and just kind of keep them off to the side. These are flowers from Reneabouquets. They're mulberry paper flowers. It's the So Coral set. These are printed Reneabouquets Beautiful Board Laser Cut Chipboard. These are cherry blossom tuck-ins. And these are Reneabouquets Beautiful Bits, the skeleton leaves. And this is Reneabouquets Sweet as Honey. All Beautiful Board Laser Cut Chipboard. Then I'm also using the key is a set of 4 silver metal dream keys. I'm using one of those. And then the butterflies are cute Butterfly Kisses, Aurora Borealis, and pink. Just showing you all these ahead of time because we're going to be using them on our project, of course. So now we're going to get started. I'm going to bring in some of these sticks that I got from my backyard. We're going to glue these on. And we'll be bringing in, of course, all those gorgeous Reneabouquets product here in just a moment. I love that one little stick because it actually has some moss on it. And I just kind of glued it a little bit to make sure it stays in place, gluing this other little stick down. I like that it has kind of the little broken piece on there, the other little branch kind of coming off of it. And then we'll bring in the flowers from Reneabouquets. The So Coral set is really pretty because it has colors of kind of these like a light tan and like a lighter pink and a darker pink. It's just a nice set. Bringing in all the flowers here. Of course, as you see, I'm going in with the tans and the pinks like I just said. I thought that would look nice with the background paper. We'll take a minute kind of gluing everything down. Give you a little break from my voice. But popping in every once in a while so you know I'm still here. I haven't fallen asleep in my chair. Bringing in some of these skeleton leaves, beautiful bit skeleton leaves. Just to kind of, you know, tuck them in amongst the flowers. Bringing in some of these cherry blossom tuck-ins. I love these. I love all the different sizes and pieces you get. And I'm going to go ahead and glue down the string of this tag. I put the string in off camera. I'm going to kind of glue it down onto the cherry blossom in the wing. Add in a couple more little tiny flowers here and there to tie it all together. Not too many flowers because I still kind of want it to look a little rustic and a little shabby. And a little farmhouse, you know, kind of a little combination of each. And if you get too many flowers in it, kind of takes away that farmhouse look, I think. Adding in some more of the little tiny flowers down on the wing and on the log, just kind of separating them out, bringing in one more skeleton leaf in. All my flowers, I kind of tear all the leaves, the greenery off at the bottom, so when I turn them over, sometimes you'll see little pieces of greenery because I don't like the color of the leaves and stuff, so I always rip the leaves off my flowers, and then I go back in and add the leaves with the skeleton leaves. And I'm gluing in some moss here from the backyard. Almost done with the flowers. I'm bringing in, this is a metal home sign from my supply. I don't know if you can find these anymore. Again, these are from Prima Marketing, because my title of this piece, of course, is called Home Sweet Home. And you'll see the other sweet and home come into play. Here comes the metal dream key from Reneabouquets, again a set of 4, so I'm kind of gluing this in, nestling it on the flowers. And yes, the Beacon Fabri-Tac glue works well for all of this. You saw me glue down the wood slice, the wood pieces, everything. And this is another little piece of ephemera, again from Prima Marketing. Don't know if you can get it anymore. It was a package of little water faucets, and I still have some. And I placed it on the flowers as if, you know, the love of your home is kind of watering down, you know, and then bring the big home word in, you know, kind of love is watering down onto your home or into your home, that kind of thing was my thought. So here comes the suite, the beautiful board laser cut chipboard suite from the Sweet as Honey set. So the top word says home, this is the suite, and then I'll bring in that big wooden home at the bottom to finish my title. Just getting off the extra glue globs because I sell these and I don't want glue globs on my project. Adding in this little resin bird. Again, this is an old product. I'm sorry when I use these old products, but I love them and I don't want to not use them, but they are so hard to find anymore. Okay, we'll bring in the large homeward. I'm sanding it a little bit, distressing it, so it kind of goes in with the distressing of the house that we did earlier on. Just a little bit. You can't see, you know, it's not real vibrant. It's just a little bit light sanding. And these are some word stickers from Tim Holtz. Again, you can get them in the major craft stores in the section, Tim Holtz section. I'm gluing them onto some really thin cardboard, kind of like the thickness of cereal box cardboard, but since they are stickers, I want them a little bit more substantial so that I can glue them kind of right on top of that clock hand and that clock face. And that way they won't curl up or anything. And then I'm going to take my scissor blades, open in, and kind of distress them just like I did the paper and the other tags. And the stickers say, "A sweet story, the music of my heart." So I thought that was perfect for, you know, home. A sweet story, the music of my heart. So I'm adding the rest of the title here. Making sure everything is all level and even. A little bit particular that way. Okay, and then I'm going to glue on our little quote here. I like these because they're, you know, they're not real bold. They're just kind of there in the background a little bit, just kind of adding to the title of the project. I usually like, those of you, I've had a lot of new subscribers, those of you that have been with me a while know this, but I usually like to kind of have a story to my project. So I'm going to be adding a little more texture using this Reneabouquets chunky glitter glass in diamond. It's got some other little bits and pieces in there, adding actually some sequins, and those little stones are art stones. But first I'm going to bring in some of the butterflies, the Butterfly Kisses Aurora Borealis in pink. I'm going to add one on the little log, and then one on the heart up at the top, the pink heart. And I'm using my 3D matte gel here. This is kind of like a glue and a sealer. You can find like these gels and things at the craft stores. You probably could just use the Beacon Fabri-Tac glue, would work fine. But I dip my paintbrush into the matte gel, and then I pour on the little art stones or the sequins that are mixed with some of the art stones and the Reneabouquets glitter glass. And then once I got everything on there, I turn my project over and I tap off the excess into a drip pan, because you know the excess you can put back in the bottle and use for later. I think this turned out just really pretty. I hope you like this project. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite part of this was. Did you like kind of the birdhouse essence or the heart and memory of the home? Do you like the quote on it? Just let me know what you like. The colors. I'd love to hear from you. I will have all the links down below to everything Reneabouquets and the links to the product I used on this project. I will have the links down below to my blog, of course, and Instagram. Come follow me there, and you'll see close-up photos of a lot of things that I do with my home decor DIY craft projects. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.